I think OBS pooped out.
Did you hit live?
Yeah, I started streaming. There's a delay though.
Okay. It's probably doing that right now.
Yep.
Oh no, we'll get the photo finish. No, they're gonna end before we start.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's gonna be the delay starts.
Oh,
Sorry
no.
about that one. Now it's back up. I think OBS died.
Oh, they do see it. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, I'm watching it. Okay.
Okay, because I
Okay.
stopped streaming and then restarted, and then I had to click out of OBS to get it to do it because it wouldn't even start up again. All right, let's take a look at this game summary really quickly. All right.
You guys we made it back live in time for you to see the photo finish.
Oh,
goodness.
Right. I am so sorry about that, guys. I do not know what happened. Let me go ahead and upload. Oh,
Now you have two streams for one match.
Epic
That's how
ending.
epic it was.
All right, let me ask if they want to go ahead. I'm going to message anyone to see if he would like to do a interview.
Quick chat.
Interview? Question mark? We can go ahead and go over to one of the lobbies to make sure that they see us there, and hopefully they come join us. He says, surely. All right. Let's go to lobby 1.
Such a bummer, but you know.
Anyone?
Hello.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
If anyone else on your team wants to join us, they are more than welcome to.
Yes, we do love multi team members in our interviews.
They usually like to sit back and make fun of me afterwards, so.
Oh, I see.
It's all on your pressure. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing.
Sorry, we had a blip at the end of that stream, so we apologize for that.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happens because my husband was checking everything. Our internet was fine. I think OBS crapped out, honestly. So, my bad.
Vacuity. I got it right at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like to all have weird names just to make things interesting for you, but you know.
Yes, it does make it interesting to the point that I'm blah 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 just calling you by your hero. The dude that was on the other dude.
Yeah, okay.
That does not sound right, Dudettes.
Oh yeah, no, that did not. I mean, the dude that played the other dude, not.
I mean, it depends on. I mean, if you're like Rexar or something.
God, that's true.
That's true.
So let's talk about the first match because that one was little. Well, we have to. You know, it's the story arc of the night. You have to start somewhere. It's the first chapter, Act 1. What was the strategy there with the Illidan pick? Were you guys just being kind of wild and crazy and creative?
Well, Illidan has actually done pretty well for us all season, and even hey, Vacuity joined us here. Even against this team specifically, actually. So we've played him as a offlaner, and it's worked pretty well. And we're like, okay, it can work here on. Usually we do it on towers, but we thought it might work on Volskaya, but it didn't.
I'm sure it probably worked in the past, maybe with a different comp from their side. It looked like they were all about that CC, waiting for it.
Yeah.
Taunting you, Vacuity, since you're in here. Taunting you, burning you up with the Imperious AoE, and then just blasting you with the Li Ming. So I commend you for being so brave diving in that back line.
Yeah, we were just missing a big stun from our tank because we had the joke since we went meta pick early. And I think in the past it was always a Blaze or a Muradin or a Mei or somebody that can assist locking them down. And since it was a falling sword Joe, that just didn't happen, and that was our bad in draft.
What you saying is it's not my fault. It's not his fault. It's my fault. That's
no. Honestly, I was gonna ask. Do you think then you got jebaited by that Joe being up because the Joe was up the next 2 matches and you did not go for it?
I do think that the Joe was a bad pick for us, and it doesn't work well with. And the problem is, I mean, I like Johanna, but you have to have another engage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Anduin was getting banned out, so usually we do a vacuum, and then user throws a Anduin circle, and but we didn't have that, so that meant that like we were just kind of like dicking around and with the vacuum, and nothing happened. So
the Anduin bans against you guys was completely target ban for user. Is that what?
I imagine so.
Okay, it looked unusual from our perspective, so because I'm not familiar. But then it also now makes sense why they grabbed it so fast when they let it through.
Yeah.
Because they had to ban the Grey Daddy, which,
right.
by the way, Diet Llama making me once again a fan of that hero. He's so good in the right hand. So great job by him. And during that second match,
and Sylvanas are, I think, our two, like when we get those two together, like that's our one of our most winning combos. So don't tell anybody else that.
I think they knew about the Sylvanas because it was banned out the first game, and I made that comment during the very first cheese that you did up in the top lane. I was like, well, they banned out the Sylvanas, but they're gonna cheese anyway. They're like, oh yeah, we have this Greymane, we're just gonna siege the heck out of this top structure. So well done.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not gonna let that Asmodan or the Falstad scale. Is basically you didn't give them an inch at all. So that was a really smart pick.
So by the way, so the bigger story arc, by the way, is who makes the playoffs, and us and Lord Expectations are tied 18-4 to 14 to 14 to 12.
Whoa.
We've exactly the same numbers across the board.
So I have no idea that how this gets decided. Good thing it's above our pay grade. So that's all I'm going to say. I mean, that's exciting. Congratulations then on making the playoffs with this win. I assume, right?
Maybe.
There's 7. Is it just the top 4 that makes it in your division? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, apparently I thought it was all 7, but apparently it was top 4. So
okay. Because I know each division is very different because each division does have different number of teams in it.
Yep.
DUS is a smaller div, right?
Yeah, we ended up with 7. The if you look at like the teams, there's a steep slope that goes from like Div C, and then Div D is kind of halfway there before you get to E. So placing Div D teams is very challenging. Whereas the difference between like once you get to like Div B, you start having like masters and stuff. So like the difference between like Div B and Storm is like, are you good or really good versus are you terrible or really, really terrible? So, and we're just terrible.
Yeah.
Or Nexus, whatever it is. So, sorry, I got us off track. So game 1, yeah, we Volskaya'd. We tried some stuff. It didn't quite work out.
And then game 2. Was that a comp that you guys run commonly? Like with I'm guessing you were trying to get the Sylvanas in that second game too, right? And they banned it?
Yeah. So yeah, I can't remember who we had that game. We had
it was Greymane and Tassadar, which actually W Star worked incredibly well on the Tassadar. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like his walls were on point. His little thing that he shoots out at 10 was great too. Whatever it's called.
The black hole.
Yeah, I don't play him that often, so.
Yeah, so here's the funny story about black hole. Apparently it's a really good ult, and I don't think it is, but I'm wrong. So whenever they pick it, we win, and whenever I try to get them to take the other one, we lose. But I think they're trying to fool me, and they're just like playing like Archon bad. So.
Well, I think also what turned it around for you guys was that then you were on May, which clearly is a comfort pick for you because you saw how well you played it in both of those matches back to back, landing your the combo to root them and even seeing you off lane with May in the last match.
Yeah, I was like, look at there's off lane May down there just taking a structure casually.
That was accidental. He was just down there to start.
Yeah.
Well, we had 2 tanks, so I was like, oh, I'll just stay here. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, it was the idea that you were gonna be the offlaner as May?
No, God. I mean, no. I mean, I have needles I could put in my eye too, but I don't want to do that. So.
Oh yeah. But I mean, she is probably. I just think that there's so much more value with the Tyrael in the 4-man because of what he helps his teammates do. So it made sense to me. And then of course I love the cheesing because if you don't have Sylvanas and you're not doing what you guys did at the start of the map, I don't know why you're picking Sylvanas. So good job. Honestly, it was a really great turnaround. Good pep talk, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a good pep talk in between the match 1 and 2?
what did we talk about? I think we talked about, so we've been trying to figure out how to draft better all season. So if you have a good drafting coach, let us know. And sometimes we draft really well and things work out and we win. And then sometimes we don't. And they don't work out as well and we don't win.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that story too well.
It's complicated how that works. And it's definitely a CC. It's like we try to focus on CC. We don't always get it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have enough CC game 1, right?
Yeah.
And that was part of the problem, is they had everything. But yeah, I mean, we've been playing. I started playing May more like the second half of the season. So it does feel more comfortable, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see if we get into the playoffs, we'll have to decide like what special strats we've been cooking up to bring out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely have some good chains of CCs. I would say drafting is definitely kind of an art form. I've been trying to study it a little bit more through my work with Wild Heart. They do have a coach who did a lot of drafting and studies the drafting a lot. And I think you hit it on the nail on the head when you said, well, we didn't have an engage in the first map, and that's true. So you just basically have to plan out what's your engage to start any fights, and what's your peel and what's your sustains for the fights, and that's sort of kind of the basis to start. But yeah. I think you guys have some interesting combos there. So
we the other problem this season is I've been working too much, so I run pretty detailed stats, which I did this game. So we were able to like counter pick a little bit more effectively and target them, but
you did your homework.
Lazy.
Good job. Exactly. But I also wonder, because we were just started the stream when you guys were doing the draft. You know, I understand you wanted to do the Illidan, but also recognizing when something's being countered is a huge part of the draft, where it's like, well, now that won't work there. And I'm sure it's probably a really good Illidan that you have there, because I saw you really trying to use it to engage on fights. But maybe recognizing, well, there's the backline's a Varian and an Imperious, it's just going to shred you.
I think we were hoping for a worse Imperious.
Yeah. I was
the only
impressed.
time I've ever Illidaned into an Imperious, he was bad and we just raffle stomped him. And so I learned that a good Imperious is a roadblock to playing Illidan.
But I think you also learned the banning of the Varian was probably really smart. So it's like it's progression. You learn kind of what you don't want to face and what you don't want to deal with. And but yeah, like I think in Wild Heart Esports, we might be looking to do some more studying of drafts, especially when the CCL season starts. So, pop into our Discord and we'll probably be posting some videos talking about that. Because that's obviously a different level of play, but I still think there's some things to be learned about why this doesn't work here, why that works better here, and so on and so forth. You know.
So, by the way, here's what's going to happen with playoffs. So we're tied with lowered expectations. And we're perfectly tied, which means we go to KDA.
Oh, fancy.
Wow. Where is that information going to be pulled from for you guys to figure out the KDA? I guess in the match history.
Somebody has a bot, right? That pulls all the stats, because it's the stats of the storm, right? We have that in all of the divisions. There's a spreadsheet somewhere, Dudettes, that you can look at all of your stats for the whole season. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll run the stats. I've coded my own program to
Look
go
at how
and
fancy
pull down all the stats for it. Yeah. Well, I'm on the placements for NGS, so I wrote a program that pulls all of the things together and does stats to like populate the placement spreadsheets. Mm-hmm. So we have way too many stats going on. But
look at you guys.
Well, may the odds be in your favor.
Fancy.
So, I don't have any more questions. Do you, Sil?
I don't, but do you guys have any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, thanks you guys for casting again. Maybe we'll see you in the playoffs. Shout out to my team for pulling through till the end, and I guess we'll know in about 20 minutes after we run some math if we make the playoffs.
We'll cross fingers. Best of luck.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
All right,
thanks.
GG's.
Okay.
Spicy series. All right, shall we pop?
Back.
Yes, I'm going back too. And got to turn on my camera.
So that was fun. Hopefully they get the numbers in their favors and they get to continue on in their journey with the NGS. I do like the interest in learning about drafts. As you know, I've been talking to you a lot about drafting and what I've been learning.
The crayon method
in my org. Yes, the crayons. And I think there's a lot. I think they sort of picked it up and they got it towards the end. I think they absolutely understood what they were missing in that first match and they fixed it. So kudos to them. But my question now is, Sil, what's going on with your NGSD?
Oh, we have our first playoff game next Thursday, so hopefully we don't throw. That's all I'm going to say.
You guys ended up in first, right?
We're currently in first place, yeah.
Great. Well, congratulations on that, and hopefully someone picks up the casting of that. If not, I guess I can roll up my sleeves and do it myself again.
Yes, Dudettes. Do it.
We'll hopefully see you guys. And so is it one playoff a week, or do you guys do multiple?
I think it's one per week.
Okay.
If you actually go to the NGS website, you can see the playoff brackets. So whoever wins that filters down into the bracket and so on and so forth. So,
well, that's exciting. So that's what's going on with your team. And then I think we are back to Calamity, correct?
Correct. Yes. Should be playoffs for Calamity Cup. That's next Saturday. Took a week off for Easter break. So probably nice. I think Sona Brisa came and visited me when I was playing Skyrim on stream and was like, it's kind of nice to have a chill weekend. And I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Well, they did play on Friday, so I'm wondering if how they're gonna double it up, or maybe they're just pushing everything. So I guess we'll see. We'll figure out if they're doing it on Saturday or whatever. But definitely look for Sil and I to be back casting the Brazilians.
And it will be best of 5 this time. So
yay!
Yeah, a nice long stream there for us watching some sweaty games.
Exactly. And then I guess that's kind of everything that's going on in our HOTS world. So
peace, love. Let's look for someone to raid.
Yes, raid somebody.
Who is online? Do you see any of our fellow? I don't like how it doesn't show me. I have to actually go to Discord. Oh, Miss Kitty is up, and so is Plasty.
Plasty.
Let's go ahead and...
Plasty's a Wild Heart sister, so...
Let's go ahead and raid Plasticine. Plasticine. There she is.
Yay!
All right. Peace, love, and everyone. Have a nice weekend.